ESquare. We think smarter to simplify your life at work.
Juniper Green Energy, a renewable energy power producer and operator for solar and wind projects, is powering India towards a green, clean and sustainable future. The company is growing aggressively and proactively improving their management systems to minimize health and safety hazards. Their safety head, Mr. Aakash Shah, emphasizes on knowledge and continuous improvements. He believes that judicious and systematic Lockout Tagout program is of fundamental importance for growth and sustainability. Partial or juvenile LOTO will not serve the purpose of ensuring complete safety. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other.
It has been observed that people from the engineering background, people with electrical background, the knowledgeable people, as well as to rate the people on a supervisory or the operator scale, it has been found that there is a very meager or less understanding of lockout tagout amongst the general masses, amongst these people who are working. Reason being is that it has been shown as one of the adjoining procedures, unlike other procedures of safety, and not emphasizing it as one of the principal procedures of your workplace or of your production or of your operations. Like the quality is important factor, like the SOP or like the customer specification important, the control of hazardous energy or control of all the workplace stressors is very important. So I believe that still there is a lot of scope to channel down this particular concept or to channel down this particular element of lockout tagout among the engineers as well as the general masses. So yes, the understanding remains average. One of the incidents which I remember is that while a person was basically cleaning a reactor vessel, he was basically preparing the vessel for another batch. So this particular person was working down there, and it was a shift change, and when some other person came unknowingly of any kind of the visual signages that the work is going on, there is an entry in the vessel, there is an isolation. Of course, the idea of the supervisor was, I may say it was right that he removed up the fuses, but it failed because there were no visual signages, there were no communication regarding this particular thing, and of course the training and awareness, and by mistake he put on the switch and the shaft started rotating, or there was an energy which was circulated within the reactor, and this was a very grave fatality which attracted a lot of litigative procedures as well as loss of reputation, as well as there are question marks on our own systems. So it is highly recommended that whenever any particular program needs to be implemented, it should not be a very juvenile or a partial implementation, it should be a complete thorough implementation. So some of the lessons from the past. To bring anything into existence or into practice, it is much necessary that it should come through the leaders, it should come through the top management, or rather I would say the authorities. So it is a high time that be it the fire inspectorates, be it the factory inspectorates, be it the authorities, they bring out the awareness for lockout tagout. Okay, government should prepare some kind of the manuals for the reference of general people, and there are a lot many incidents, be it fire incidents, incidents, be it electrocution incidents, okay, be it material damage due to a non-control of the hazardous energy. So the need of time is that first the authorities should bring in, by adopting the international models, should bring out this thing to the general masses through publications, through newspapers, through letters, and through one-on-one counseling to each and every industries. Through the authorities, this thing should be brought. And secondly, it should be inculcated compulsorily by the management of the organization through the orders of the authority. So I think this would be the first line of the approach as how it should come. Else there are many good practices which exist, but then enforcement is again much important to make a program successful. To make it reach to all the people in the company at every level as per the competence of that particular employee. The program should be delivered, there should be trainings, okay, there should be retrainings, there should be assessment, as well as if we speak of a legal provision right now, because I think during one of our interaction you mentioned about the legal requirements. Section 111A, competence, training. 68S in Gujarat Factory Rules 1963, I remember it mentions about the skills of supervisors and training programs. So this particular LOTO program should be one of the most important element of the training program. It should be included, it should be assessed. Okay, and yes, those people who are involved in electrical isolation, it should be their principal key KRAs and KPIs. It should form a part of that. I think this particular recording or this particular presence of myself here at your facility is self-explanatory, that yes, and an organization who is very proactively engaged, I think since 2 decades into this particular industry of lockout tagout, and yourself being a subject matter expert again and working on lockout tagout, I feel that you guys are doing a great job. It's not just a business, but I think you have made it a mission, you have made it a movement. What I learned from the different phases of implementation of the LOTO programs across across pan-India basis, and as well as your international footprints. I believe that in the interest of safety, in the interest of the businesses, in the interest of a good safety EHS program for any companies, or as a human being or as a safety professional, I believe that a lockout tagout forms one of the most important part of the safety procedures as well as the safety program in an organization. And be it electricity, be it flow of chemicals, be it flow of gases, be it flow of anything, any kind of that energy needs to be controlled and redirected and tamed. I believe these things could be the best friends if they are tamed and if they are controlled in a proper way. So of course a very good takeaway is that proper and judicious implementation in a true spirit for lockout tagout program could give you amazing results.